We've got notes. Thanks for tuning in. Stephen Willis here on the Positively Ole Miss Network. We just got through with the LSU Ole Miss game. LSU wins 53-48. It was trending well, and then it kind of got away from them. They just ran out of bullets in the gun. There's two reasons that game was lost. One was the fact that at the end of the game, when we needed the most, we didn't have Elijah Moore, Kenny Yeboah, Braylon Sanders, or Jerry and Ely. That's like our top four options in the offense at the moment. Henry Parrish showed out and actually played quite well. He did his job with a couple touchdowns, had 16 carries, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 catches for 27 yards. So he played quite well. And Braylon Sanders played well too. He had 2 touchdown catches, 4 catches for 70 yards before he got hurt. So he was kind of filling that role. And once everybody got hurt, we were severely limited. And with the weather being what it was, you're not going to just dive into throwing the ball with all of your weapons gone. And honestly, if they knew you were going to pass, they just collapsed. Their defensive line kind of owned the day. And they were doing quite well. They had an 8-point lead in the fourth quarter. And this leads to the actual cause of the loss. Matt Corral had 6 turnovers tonight. Second time this year he's been 6 or above. I'm not going to put the fumble on him really at the end, but you got to have better ball security. You're on LSU's 30-yard line. You're going in for a winning score. But you just have to do better than that. In the first half, it was just a disaster. It was an Arkansas redone. It allowed LSU to get the lead that they had. They got 24 points off of turnovers. And they led at halftime by 13. It's not hard to see without that first half, this game is an Ole Miss blowout. As it was a 53-48 LSU win. Lost by a possession. Turned the ball over 6 times and lost by a possession. So that's the way this is going to go. They were 5 of 12 on third down. They had 558 yards of offense, 251 passing, 307 rushing. They went back-to-back years over 300 yards on LSU. And one of those was the LSU team. But you can't win a game with 6 turnovers. Not an SEC game. Not against a team even as bad as LSU. This game is on Matt Corral. The Arkansas game was on Matt Corral. And the difference in that, it would be a 6-3 season. Can you imagine what a 6-3 season would have looked like? Instead, we're 4-5. That's fine. We still have the bowl game, and we're looking like we're probably going to end up in Tennessee or Jacksonville. But it's a game that we should have won. And now, I will give the kid credit for this. The difference between this game and Arkansas is it started to turn at a point in the second half in this game. And he looked like himself. Now, like I said, I don't put the last fumble on him. He needs to have better ball security, but I'm not going to put it on the quicksand that was the first half. In the first half, he was forcing stuff and seeing ghosts, and it just was a mess. Without that, they win easily. But as it stands, they lose 53-48. And trying to think of anything noteworthy to tell you, I think Henry Parrish was the guy. 16 carries, 5 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. Jerry Ely, who got hurt, get well soon. Braylon Sanders, get well soon. And it's one of those things where you can't count on the defense. The defense is a disaster. But you can't turn the ball over 6 times. I will blame that every single time. So, I'm Stephen Willis. This is Positively Ole Miss. This has been We Have Notes on the 53-48 LSU victory. Anyway, have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday on the Palmcast.